Dog is a famous villain in Inazuma 11, and I'm going to be telling you the history of Dog. Let's go. So, as a child, Dog had a dad called Tom Dog, and he played football professionally, and he was really inspired by his dad, but after all the years gone by, he started to lose his thoughts, and after he disappeared, Doc started to dislike football. So, and whenever he was playing football with the original Inazuma 11, the team the series is based off of, they could tell the hatred Ray Doc had when playing football. And so, after he was kicked off the team, he started to play for Coach Royal Academy and used underhanded tactics to win, like sabotaging stadiums and sabotaging brakes on buses, which caused the accident when Inazuma 11 was going to face Royal Academy in the finals. And David Evans, the coach, disappeared, and people thought he was gone forever. But that could be for another video. So anyway, after 40 years of undefeated, Royal was undefeated for 40 years, and after facing Raymond and Axel joining the team, they quit the match because that was his plan, as he was behind Julia getting put in hospital when Axel played for Kirkwood. And so after they get to the finals of the qualifiers, Raymond beat Royal, but before the match, Dog sets up girders to fall on Raymond's side. But Jude saw through it, and he had warned them not to move. So they didn't, so no one got injured, and Dog got arrested, but was released because there was no proper evidence. So he went to Sis Academy, gave them ambrosia to play beyond normal human beings, and when Raymond was facing Sis, they were getting obliterated. But thanks to Nellie, Sylvia, and Cecilia switching out ambrosia for water, that got rid of they've ran out of the ambrosia effects, and Raymond could stage the comeback, and Raydock was put away with all the evidence needed. But that is not the end of Raydock, as in Season 2 / the second games, he gets out thanks to Ilias Academy whenever he was being transported. This allowed him to make Royal Academy Redux, with the help of Caleb being the captain and recruiting Joe, Sanford and King, 2 Royal players, after convincing them that Jude didn't care about them. So, and made them use forbidden moves that being Beast Fang and Emperor Penguin #1. But after his defeat, he activated the self-destruct on the boat, and we thought that was the end and he wouldn't come back. But that still is not the end of Raydock. He comes back in Season 3 or the 3rd games, and he becomes the coach, takes over as the coach of the Italian team. And he tries to make Orpheus make his own team, Team K or Team D, depending if you're watching the game or anime, and injures some of the Orpheus players. But Mark, Jude, Caleb, and Sanford decide to help play for Orpheus and let them keep representing Italy, as their match hadn't been done yet. Well, it was the day after of the match versus Team K, so they could have time to. So, after defeating Ray Doc's team, he still remains the coach of Italy. And when the match begins against Inazuma, Japan and Italy, Hide Nakata the night before sends Paolo videotapes of Tom Dog playing, and during the match, he starts playing and using Tom Dog's tactics, and this gets through to Ray Dog, and that sparks his love for football again. And he was sending money to a person with the letter L, and we learned that it's a blind girl, and he was sending money after he found out that she was in an accident he caused. And he also had a wholesome moment with Jude, which I loved. But level 5, there's something you should not do when you're trying to make a character develop into a good person. They axed him off by making him die in a car accident. This had me in tears the first time I see it, and I still tear up every time I see it. It's just why. Anyway, so in Chrono Stones though, if you link the two games, you get a special cutscene with someone called the Grandfather and Petumia, and he looks very familiar, and he hints at being a coach one last time. Foreshadowing Galaxy, you do get him as a coach in the game, but we're talking about Go Galaxy just right now. So in Go Galaxy, the coach of Earth 11 is Ray Doc, as I've said on my thoughts on Chapter 1, as Jude blatantly just says what Commander's thinking. Well, was the coach? No, Commander thinking, my Commander thinking, Ray Doc, I think that's what he says. Sadly. Yeah, so he comes back somehow. I can't remember the specifics, but he comes back. He is alive somehow. And he, I had actually learned that way before I played Galaxy, and I cannot believe it. He was brought back. I'm happy because we get to see more of Ray Doc. Also, he's in Aries, still the coach of Royal, as the events of Season 2 never happened, so Ray Doc is in that. With Nathan in Royal Academy as well, but Ray Doc is in Aries. So that is about the end of the history of Ray Doc. I may do Dave Evans sometime, but for now that's going to end of this video. Goodbye.